Hello, Coffee Time friends. How y'all doing? Let's get some supper on the table tonight. It's late. It's 10 till 7. We got to hurry. But this is a hurry-up meal. It's a one-pot wonder. Not a lot of fuss. We're making beef stroganoff. Mama, where are you running to?
Checking the meat.
She's checking the meat. She'll be back. A little bit of beef stroganoff. This is our way of doing it. Now, you can use different cuts of beef if you want. We've got hamburger. I'm using hamburger, and I like it because you don't have to worry about it being tough or trying to chew it, you know, with your noodles and stuff. Sometimes beef tips and noodles, I really like to tenderize them, and I like to cook them in a crock pot for a few hours if I'm going to use beef tips and noodles, because sometimes that little pieces of beef get really tough. Even though you buy a good cut of meat or whatever, it's still, you know, you're trying to chew it while you're eating noodles. It's a little difficult. So going with hamburger meat, to me, is a good way to offset that. Now let's look back at the chopping board. Now I see what I'm up to sometimes, and I forget to point you down. Anyhow, this is just a medium-sized yellow onion. Mama's going to bring the pan over here. She's just getting it started. And I'm going to be adding the ingredients right here. That way you can see as we're going. That way you can see the whole process.
I'll get the onions hot.
Okay, so it's done. Those are pretty well done. There might be one big chunk, but you'll find it if there is, won't you, Mama?
Oh, yeah, I'll try to.
She'll try to. Did you hear her say she'll try to? Let's go over our ingredients. So you do need your beef, whatever you want, and I'm doing a pound of ground chuck. And this is pretty lean ground chuck. We probably won't even have to drain it. You're going to need a couple of tablespoons of whatever oil you want to get your meat started with, but we didn't even use any of that because the hamburger will make its own oil. Large onion, which that was a medium to large there. I've got mushrooms here. I just used the jar mushrooms. Mama don't like mushrooms, but she says she could handle these. And you're going to need 3 tablespoons of butter. We're going to add that 3 tablespoons of butter in when we start the cream cheese and all that. Basically, your stroganoff is your cream cheese gravy. That's the difference between it and a lot of other dishes. So you're going to need your cream cheese. I lost my place. 3 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour just to thicken it. And you want to make sure you let your flour cook about 5 minutes so you won't have raw flour flavor. 2 cups of beef broth and a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. And I'm using French's Dijon. And 2/3 cup of sour cream. Now I've got about 2/3 cup left on this block here, so I'm going to finally get to use that. And then, of course, seasonings to taste. I'm using salt and pepper and y'all's Southern Secret. So that's it. That's all we're going to need tonight. And this is going to be a quick meal together, and it's going to be a hearty meal. We're going to use Miss Susan, was it, Mama, that sent the noodles?
Yeah.
Miss Susan sent us those noodles, so Mama's got about a half a box of these in there. And that's what we're going to use, and we're going to mix that in ours tonight. That's it. That's all. It's quick, it's simple, it's easy. It's Friday night. Who wants to cook all night? We've had a hard week. We've got a hard weekend coming up, but full of work and wonder of this wonderful fall season. Are y'all ready for fall? You better get ready. It is 60 out there. It's 60 out there right now. And tomorrow's supposed to be high 58. Fall has fallen. And here's the noodles. Oodles of noodles. They'll probably cook if you leave the lid on them a little bit more. I think I can tell that looking at them, they're a little al dente. I don't know what you're looking for. It's in that drawer. You can use any of those right there. Get them metal tongs. You want to, they're right there. I see them. What are y'all cooking tonight? No thanks. I'm a summer girl. Kim, are you? A lot of people have their favorite season. I like fall the best, but just a little bit better. I'm not one of these that hates any season. I like them all. I really do. I'm not just saying that. I love spring because it's just a rebirth of everything, and the colors of spring are beautiful. I love summer because it brings delicious tomatoes and all that beautiful garden food. The heat doesn't bother me that much if I just stay out of it. But I can't get in the sun, so I break out like this right here on my hand when I get in the sun too much, just from driving. But if I stay in, it don't bother me. The fall, it's a little better. I like the cooler temperatures. Winter gets a little cold sometimes, but I don't like the heat, and I don't care for the cold. But I like them all. I find something beautiful in nature in every season. And there's too many seasons in your life not to find some good in all of them. It's like days of the week. Don't hate Monday. Monday is just another day. It gets a bad rap because it's the day after being off a couple of days. But find something good about Monday. You get a lot of them. There's a lot of Mondays in your life to hate them. Don't spend your life hating any days.
I'm going to put them back in there another minute.
You think it wouldn't need it?
I think they might be all right for you, but I like mine a little.
Mama likes her noodles noodled. Noodle to the max. Well done, noodles, she'll say. I do like fall because, well, I mean, I drink coffee year round like it's fall, but a good cup of coffee on the porch with a fall fog laying on the ground, I love that. You know, last couple of weeks ago, we had a fire pit. I did order me some wood, so we'll have some fire pits this year. I didn't want to fool around and be out of wood or have to go scavenging up some. I think I've got all the ingredients I'm going to need. There won't be over 4 or 5 that I want. Y'all do that? Perfect planning. That's what my goal is always, perfect planning. Sometimes I miss the mark. Let's see what y'all are up to. I got to pull you close, sorry. We had beans and cornbread for supper. Now, Des, you can't beat that. Baked pork, chopped steak, and in the oven. Scott, that sounds good. Oh, yeah, that does sound good. Every day we wake up in a good day. That is exactly right, Chris, because you know what? If we get the option to wake up, Mama, you did perfect. Look how good Mama got that looking. Look at that. That's beautiful, Mama. Would you rummage just up a couple of tablespoons of just flour?
Flour.
Yeah, that's one ingredient I didn't get. Now I'm going to. Well, I'm turning this crazy thing in because I'm not going to use him.
You want them in a bowl or?
I just need 2 tablespoons. I need that spoon you had if you ain't using it.
Right there with the
Okay, that's good. I'm going to, and I like to do this with all my seasonings. I'm going to go ahead and put my pepper in. Now I'm not going to use much salt because this beef broth is going to have some salt. But I'm going to put a little shake of salt in there. And I'm going to go ahead and put our nature seasoning in there because I want all these spices to get good and hot and bloom in the meat. Now I'm putting about a half a tablespoon of y'all's Southern Secret, which is onion and garlic seasoning. And it has a little bit of lemon pepper flavoring to me. Mama, you sure about these mushrooms?
Yeah, I can pick on them.
What if you eat them and you like them?
Well, I'm just scared to.
Could you imagine, Mama? You've ever since that whole grit episode, I've had faith that you might like stuff. Mama was that little girl that tried a bunch of stuff and she didn't. Now this is a real glass jar, so you can save this, peel that off, and that'll make a good little container for matches. You can take this and put it on your patio by your fire pit and have matches.
2 tablespoons of flour.
That's it. Perfect. So that's what this is. I went ahead and left that mushroom juice because it's going to cook out here in a minute. And see how it's kind of come to a low simmer? I'm still on max, so this should start heating back up.
Oh, I'll take it back.
Mama will take it back to the big stove. These hot plates at 110 just don't heat like the big stove, but they do heat, and they are handy, and they do get us over here on the counter, and that's the great thing. So let's just start with our top. We've got our beef, we've got our large onion in here, we've got our mushrooms. We're going to get 3 tablespoons of butter. I put some in here today, Mama, to soften.
I got it like that.
Oh, did you? That's a perfect amount right there. 3 tablespoons of butter is going to go in here. This is just a regular salted butter. Another reason I didn't put too much salt because we're using salted things. That's not on, but it melted that butter in a hurry. You bringing the noodles over?
Scoot over and I'll sit down.
Yes, ma'am. So this is the, I'm going to bring y'all way over here. Let's do a little different here. Let's come up and down. Can y'all see that better? So this is the butter going in here, and the mushrooms and the onions. Now let's get to our 2 tablespoons of flour, but I don't think it's hot enough yet.
No, it's not enough. Check these and make sure they're done before I leave them out too long.
Oh, they're perfect.
They look like it.
They're fine. If you put the lid on them, they'll be cooked. I don't know. I've got heat. Why don't I have heat in my pan?
Well, it's where you put a whole jar of mushrooms and butter. You've cooled a whole.
Let's take it over here and heat it up. Hot. Sorry for this, folks. Someday we'll have a better setup or something. I talked to the guys that do a lot of stuff for us, and I said, you know, I need a stove top in the middle of this kiln. And he said, take that one out. I said, not necessarily. I just need one over here, like a 2-burner real stove with a 210. I don't even think that's an option.
No, you ain't.
Did you hear Mama? No, you ain't.
It's not wired for it.
It's not wired for it. But this is hot. I can feel the heat on my face. But when you put the pan on there, it just don't seem like it's doing it. But we're getting ready to get started here. It's heating. Give us just another second. It's coming up to a boil again.
It's not to boil.
I'm going to take my flour and go right over here while it's good and boiling and put it right in there. I'm going to turn your light up. I want that flour good and cooked, so we're going to leave it over there while we do that. So what else are y'all cooking? I froze y'all up. Or y'all froze up. You need a gas stove, John. I know. I've been saying that. If we ever replace this one, I'm going to try to talk Mom into going with gas. We've got a gas out in the canning kitchen. And I enjoy cooking on it. And I may just start filming out there and saying, we're going to film out here. We've got heat and we're going to have air in the canning kitchen. So that'll work. But this is the kitchen and this is where we're at home. The canning kitchen is where we just do extras or have more room out there. But it's still not home cooking in the kitchen. I hear it. Mama's got it going really good. Put our noodles over here. Let's come back over here. We'll bring that over. Hopefully, now that it's boiling good, we'll stay hot for the rest of the dish. We'll see though, won't we? This is live action, folks. This is the real. See how different it looks now with that flour? That's what you want. But here's where the real the real deal comes in for the flour. With this mixture of hamburger, I'm going to pour in our beef broth. Mama, there's a label in here off from the beef broth.
Oh, you done that.
I bet you I did. One of us did.
I'm not touched that, so I'm not taking credit for that.
One of us did, Mama. You're right. So here we go. I'm going to put a little at a time, and maybe it won't cool it completely down. But see, I want it to thicken a little, and that's doing its job. So we're just going to add this in a little at a time to keep me from cooling it completely down. Boy, it didn't take long, did it, Mama? We're just going to have to set up and take things over to the stove. It's not the best to film over there, but if we're going to get anything done timely, we're going to have to do that because we can't keep running back and forth. I'm just going to go ahead and pour this in, and then I'm going to finish it. And I want all that beef broth out of there. This was just better than bouillon that I put in there. Let's go ahead and put our cream cheese in here, which this is what makes it the beef stroganoff, is this cream cheese gravy that it makes. Boy, is it good. Is it good? Now, this is 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Going in now. And we've already done our salt and our pepper. We started with it. So the 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, and now the only thing that has to happen, this needs to thicken a little bit, and this cream cheese has got to dissolve a lot. So let's go over here. Let's just all go over here. Seems like, Mom, has there been anything hot on that over there? Okay. Let's just come over here and finish it off. Come over here and finish it off. It needs to boil. Gotta get some heat going. Come on. Watch pot never boils, never heats either. Y'all know this electric stove, you have to have it on high to get your heat going. Now that 2 tablespoons of flour will thicken this enough. But if you need to add a little more, add a little more. It ain't gonna hurt it. How many of y'all grew up eating this? How many of y'all make this? Is this on anybody's regular rotation? Do you have a regular rotation? We do, pretty much. We don't have it in writing or nothing like a lot of families. No, on Tuesday they have meatloaf or something. But we do have a regular. We've not had so-and-so in a while. We've not had, so that's how we kind of operate. But with you all coming to be with us, we try to do some new stuff. And we pull out some old things out of our hat and say, we've not made that in years. And that makes it good for us too. And see, all that's starting to get incorporated. If you have, you want to add more cream cheese, 2/3 of a cup is what I put in here, which is what the recipe called for. But you don't have to do it that way. I've not tasted of this, but I'm sure it tastes like it should taste, because everything went in it. And it's really not hard. It's not a hard recipe, by no means.
There's that lid.
I'll put the lid on, and that'll make it heat much quicker.
Somebody got butter.
That was you, Mama.
Oh, it was.
I never would do that. Now see how much how much it's boiling now. See how much quicker it started boiling? All that heat's in there. Let's see what y'all are saying. I can't see it. I can't see that. There's that heat we've been waiting on. And there's that thickness we've been waiting on. Oh, yeah. That's a slotted spoon. Look how thick that is. Look how beautifully thick that is. Mama, what kind of plates you got tonight? Whatever you want to use, let's. Bowls will be better, yeah. Let's let this flour get good and hot for a few minutes here. Let this boil get on. I'm gonna switch spoons because I don't want slotted for my. I know it's another spoon to wash, but when I get ready to eat it, I want the juice. Now this is done because the hamburger meat was done, the onions were done. All that good stuff that had to cook has cooked. Smells delicious.
When you put your noodles.
Do what, Mama?
I said your noodles when you want them.
I'm on it right now. Let me just set this on here.
Want them drained?
I've got that slotted spoon over there. I can rinse it off and we won't have to drain them. Let me grab them, put them on their chair. I've got the stove off. That's an important part. Now that hot plate's keeping it boiling. What do you think about that? Let me go over the recipe one more time. So it's beef, about a pound of ground beef is what we use. You can use another kind of beef if you'd rather, but make sure it's good and tender. If I was going to use a round steak or something cut up in little pieces, I would definitely put it in the crock pot for several hours. Just oil to do your meat, whatever you need for that. A large onion, mushrooms, 3 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour. We just use white lily, not all purple, white lily self-rising. And 2 cups of beef broth, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, 2/3 cup of sour cream, salt, pepper, and we
Not
use
sour cream.
cream cheese.
Cream cheese.
And we used salt, pepper, and y'all's Southern secret. All right. Let's roll over here. Let me see what that says. Cream cheese. Variety of spices. I'm sure your stroganoff is great. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm tall. Kim, thank you for explaining that. I normally sit here because Mom and I are about the same height when I'm sitting here. And the food is right here. So when we're not filming, I stand on that corner over there and cook. Because it's right in front of the stove, of course. Someone asked the other night, you must not have watched much because these are Tupperware. And they said, we didn't know Tupperware even had cookware. Yeah, lots of cookware. And we love it, don't we, Mama? And here's the noodles, oodles and noodles. Thank you, Miss Susan, again. These look wonderful. These are going to hold that beef stroganoff just perfect.
What are you going to drink? Your coffee there?
I'm going to drink coffee, Mama. What are you going to have?
I've got part of the Sprite.
You already got it? You need to go get it.
No, I've got it. one I had earlier a little bit.
Look at the noodles, Mama. Mama and I like just plain old egg noodles. Just noodles. We're happy with just noodles. I miss the spot. I'm going to unplug this now. It's boiled a few more minutes here. Let's look at it. It's going to be delicious, y'all. Look here. Mama, what do you think about it? Did I do it right?
Yeah, I think I'm going to get mine. Try not to get some mushrooms.
Now she's going to try to make me feel guilty, aren't you, Mama?
Oh, yeah.
Guilty, guilty, guilty. Even though she said, I can deal with the mushrooms, she eats mushrooms on pizza.
Not much.
When you don't know about it. There it is, folks, just like downtown. Just like downtown. Well, Mama, you seem to be getting plenty of mushrooms. Huh?
I said every spoon I'm getting's got mushrooms in it.
I could have put them separately. I think you're going to like them. I think it's something you got in your head. I'm sure glad you done it instead of me.
Yeah, because I can't get them without them. You seem to get spoons full without them.
You want to trade bowls?
No. That's good.
Mama, you're a hoot. You are a hoot.
Let's see. Well, we're out of the... Oh, you got it on the kettle.
It's on the kettle now, but we're back. Here we are. Let's bless it. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this wonderful meal. We thank you, Lord, for nourishing our bodies with it. And Lord, we just thank you for your many blessings. And Lord, we just ask you to be with us, watch over us, direct us. Have us to do and say as you would have us to do and say, dear Lord. And be with all those folks out there that are hurting and in need. Dry every tear and answer every prayer, dear Lord, in your time and your will and your glory. In your blessed name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, Mama, the big test. I'm going to try a mushroom right off the bat. And it's hot.
I reckon it is.
It's hot, folks. Look at that. It's hot.
It's good.
It's delicious, isn't it?
Yeah, I can taste a bit there.
Absolutely delicious. Did you try a mushroom?
I probably ate one. I'm going to get my rye and get that off where that cooks somewhere. Somebody dropped it on the hot plate. I don't know who done it.
I think it was you, Mama.
I don't think I was on that side.
Sorry. It's just imperfect me living in an imperfect world. I got it. You get off the side of the kettle, too.
I got a mushroom then.
And you lived right through it?
I ate it. It's a tiny piece of
And it didn't taste like nothing.
tough like I
No. Tough like, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, y'all know them big old tough mushrooms.
Gooey or something.
Mama, mine ain't tough.
Or a different texture.
Mm-hmm. But they're good.
These noodles sure work good with this.
Yeah, and they don't need any salt or anything, do they?
Mm-mm.
What a hearty, delicious meal on a cool evening. Absolutely delicious, Mama.
I'm about ready to turn the fireplace on.
I don't think it's unheard of to have a fireplace in October. Is it? Mama, you can turn it on if you want to.
You'd get way too hot.
I don't have to stay in here. I'll go in there where it's cool. I'll go out and turn the air conditioner on.
Had to drop some of that juice on me, bless him.
I enjoy a fireplace outside.
Yeah.
You want me to build a fire outside?
No, I don't want to go outside.
All right, Mama. Everybody's wondering, are you liking the mushrooms, or is it awful, or?
No, I'm making it with the mushrooms.
Could it be like a grit?
I don't know about that. I've learned to eat grits a little.
And you're eating mushrooms?
Little tiny specks. I wouldn't eat one of those big old hives.
Well, why don't you try one just to see if you like it?
I'm trying it in here. See, there's a piece.
That's a good one for you to try.
I dropped it out. It wasn't in my mouth.
And what would you rate the whole dish, mushrooms included? 1 out of 10.
Oh, it's really good.
It's delicious. When I seen these noodles, that's what I thought. Beef stroganoff.
You was wanting noodles the other night and that beef stuff.
We had noodles and beef the other night.
Well, it was in red
It was
sauce.
red sauce.
Wasn't just white sauce like this.
This right here is delicious. Let's see what y'all are saying. You got any questions about tonight's meal? Anybody? Y'all are good. Hung up down there somewhere. Looks good for a cool night. It is. Who said that? Where did you go? Dorothy, it is. Is it windy where you're at? I think it would be delicious. Jennifer, it is. It's very good. I didn't like mushrooms, but I used to. That's me with peppers, D. I totally understand. Liking something and then not liking it. Supper looks delicious. It is. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Minnie. Yeah. Probably mine, M-I-N-A. I probably said your name right. Backwards. Well, we're filming backwards because we're on selfie. And we can see if the camera's on or off. If we turn around the other way, we have no idea. Why do you make her eat mushrooms? I don't like them either. Your mother won't be here forever. Looks like you would. Eat what she wants. I'm 75 and I don't eat anything I don't like. Gail, Barbara, I make her eat stuff all the time. I just force her. I don't make her eat anything. Mama, what do I make you eat? Ever.
I don't eat nothing I don't want.
She don't eat nothing she don't want. I get tickled, and I honestly giggle to myself sometimes when I read comments. When you all say things like, "You make Mama do this. Why do you do her food?" Why? I mean, it's laughable because you all don't know the strong-willed Mama that I know. If I had put these mushrooms in here without her permission, she wouldn't have eaten a bite. Mama, what did I say before we started making this?
I won't put mushrooms in here. I'll make 2 dishes.
Right. I said, I'll make a separate sauce with mushrooms and I'll put some on mine. And she said, no. What'd you say, Mama?
Go ahead and put them in there. I'll try them.
I'm going to try them. Now, if I had just put them in there, this little wildcat right here would have said, that's yours. I ain't touching. I told you I don't like mushrooms. You ain't going to make Mama do nothing. You ain't going to make Mama. You can't even push her and make her fall. She would fly.
I don't think I
You can't make her do nothing. I'm telling you. No, I don't do anything to Mama that Mama doesn't say, let's try that. Do it, Mama. Even if I put a spice in there, I say to Mama, this calls for cayenne pepper. And she'll say, well, just put a little, or let's just leave that out. And I'll say, okay. Ain't that right, Mama? Mm-hmm. And, no, folks. No, I don't make her do anything. Gail, trust me when I say, she's stubborn and she's the boss. And whatever she says, I can't even keep her off the ladder. I suggested highly, but I can't keep her off from it. Can't make her do nothing. I'm with Mama. I can do without the mushrooms. A lot of people are.
That is too big for me to try to eat.
What kind of beef did you eat? That mushroom, Mama, right now.
I ain't eating it.
It was just ground chuck. Is what kind of beef we used. You can use other beef, but Mama don't like. She wants to make sure it's tender. And so if we had cooked the beef today, like 4 or 5 hours in a slow cooker, I would have used that. But this is good with just hamburger. And it's just,
Oh, yeah.
it's good with hamburger. You don't have to worry about it not being tender or whatever. Yeah. So yummy. Joanne, thank you. Hi from Texas. Hope you and your mama are well today. Leah, we are blessed and we are well as best we know.
Yeah.
And we do have some special prayer requests for some friends out there that aren't well. And just lifting them up in prayer. And I see prayer requests on here all the time of friends and family that aren't well. And we lift you up in prayer. Good evening from Missouri. Hey, Ozark living and cooking. I'll have to look you up, Ozark living and cooking. Hey, Timothy Tober, how are you? Timothy Tober. Susan Geller tried adding you, but it doesn't connect. Timothy, it doesn't connect because you're a robot. Goodbye, Timothy. Can I get a hold of him? Ban you, Timothy. Ban you, Timothy. Bye, Timothy. Don't interact with any of those folks. Those are just robots. Timothy don't know you. Timothy's not trying to connect with you. Diane, you're right. He's a troll. Hey, John and Momma. Maddie from Gary, Indiana. Hey, Maddie, how are you? Judy. Hey, Vicky. John, you are a very good son. Well, thank you, Susan. Thank you very much. We know you hold her down and force her. Poor, pitiful Mama. I do, Jennifer. You see me try to make her eat that mushroom. I hate mushrooms. A lot of y'all don't like mushrooms. I think, if I'm not mistaken, in 3 years, this is the first thing we put mushrooms in. And I'm going to tell you another little secret. Guess who bought those mushrooms and brought them in and said, here, I brought in some mushrooms.
I bought them for you.
She bought them for me. We could have fixed this tonight if she had been gone with mushrooms, couldn't we? I love mushrooms. I love stuffed mushrooms. I love portobello hamburgers without the burger. I like all those kind of things. But no, I would not have put mushrooms in this tonight without prior approval from the boss. Maybe I'll just start calling you the boss and they'll understand more of how this whole dynamic works.
That ain't nice.
Mama's that person in the family who's the boss, period. She's just the one. Let's see this question. Does your garlic and herb have red peppers? Nope. I said it didn't. Let's see. Southern. Oh, you are asking me to read.
That's impossible to read.
Let's see. Sometimes I have to wear 2 pair of glasses. So go ahead and make fun. Everybody else does. But some of you people are out there going, I know what he's doing. And yeah, you can see a lot better. Ingredients is salt, dehydrated garlic, crust acid, spices, dehydrated onion, natural flavors listed. I see no red pepper.
Could be in the spices.
It could be in there, but I don't see it. Y'all do that, and don't, some of y'all are laughing, but you're laughing because secretly you have your own 2 pair of glasses going on. If you wear glasses with bifocals, which I do, and these are those, and I don't know why, I just don't see good out of these glasses this time. Some days I see better. And another thing, full disclosure, I don't even know, because they look alike. These are my old prescription. I just picked them up somewhere randomly today and started. So these are my old prescription. My new prescription, I probably could have read it a little better. But I keep a pair of readers everywhere. Right here. And when you put them on over top of your glasses, it clarifies everything. You can read little fine print better than you can if you take these off and put these on and do all that mess. So I always do that. When I used to teach school, I did that. And that's been years ago. And yeah, they would say stuff, but I didn't care. I'm not affected by what other people say. Let me tell you a little something. I heard a little story. I don't know who said it. I'd give them credit. A boat on the sea can float in lots of water. But if you let water in to your boat, it'll sink. So what does that tell you? Don't let everything in. Don't let every comment that's made to you go straight to your heart. Don't let every people's opinions go straight to your being and crush you. I have friends and I know people who one little word and they're just crushed. And I say, don't let that water in your boat. Here's what you need to start doing in judging who you listen to. If it's a stranger, definitely don't worry about it. But in your family and your friend circle, is this person somebody you would go to for advice if you had a problem? Is this someone you would go to and tell them your problems or get their opinions? If it is, you may want to listen to them. Maybe they have a little insight and they're going to tell you something you do need to hear. But if it's a person you would never confide in or go to and ask a question, your opinion's just as good as theirs, and what you're doing and you've decided to do is you. And you are not a cookie cutter. You are an individual. You're a different height. You're a different weight. You're a different everything. And you're you. And if God had wanted us all to be the same, He would have made us like zebras or lions. And I don't know one lion or one zebra from another. They all look pretty much the same to me. Now, you zebra and lion lovers probably say, oh, you can tell me thousands of things. I don't know. But we're more like, He made dogs. Dogs are thousands of varieties. Humans are thousands of varieties. If He wanted us all to be the same, He made us all the same. You be you. You're the perfect you. Nobody can be the you that you are the you. Nobody. And you are very important. And you're here. If you weren't important, you wouldn't be here. That's just the way it is. God don't make junk. So you be you, you, and you make your own decisions, and don't let everybody's opinions sway you or redirect your sales. You can't do it, folks. You'll never make everybody happy. In fact, you won't even make most people happy. And then there's a few people who are acting like they're happy, and they're really not happy. Now, if you start worrying about every bit of that, you'll be crazy. You be you. Keep it true. Stay between the lines. Stay good with you and God. And don't worry about the rest of it.
That's right.
You wake up every morning, you look in that mirror, and you say, you are special. You are a VIP. You're a very important person. And you were made for a reason. You're here for a reason. And right now is your season. And you go forward. Because if nobody else has told you today, this week, this month, you are special.
That's right. And, everybody's special in their own ways.
And you claim it. Ain't that right, Mama?
That's right.
Mama, you're special.
I know it. I'm special in my own ways.
You're special in my own ways, too. Mm-hmm. Even if you want to eat mushrooms. I'm going to tell you, she did pretty good for that force feeding. Now, when I turn off the camera, I'm going to hold her down and make her eat that one.
No.
No, I'm not. That's a joke. That's a joke. Mama don't have to do nothing she don't want to do. And she'll tell you right now. Won't you, Mama?
I'm not going to.
Not gonna. You can't make me. Like I said, you can't make her do nothing. If y'all can, please give me the secret. Because I like to make her do a few things. Like, stay off ladders. Don't climb on these countertops.
I ain't been on the countertops in a while.
In months. You're 75, but it's been months, not years. It's been, what, 6 months since you was climbing on the countertops?
I don't know. It's been a long time.
Has it been since Christmas, Mama?
Yeah.
It's been since Christmas. I came in and caught her on the countertops walking around, cleaning off the top of the counter.
I had to get up there high to get the stuff off the tops.
Mama, we're not going to argue in front of our friends. But you don't ever have to get up. It's like, I'm tall. I can reach everything up there. If you want any of that stuff up there, it's like glass pitchers and old bowls and stuff that we don't even use that she washes and puts right back up there to get dirty
Well,
again.
you gotta get the free stuff.
I do agree with that, and we do, but you don't ever have to get them down.
I know it.
We've agreed. Write that down, October 6th, 2023, John and Momma.
You know, I thought yesterday was the 6th.
I know you told me that, but I'll let you see. That's another. I'll let her get by with it yesterday. I thought. Is it?
I thought it was the 6th.
What's today?
The 6th.
Remember
I
yesterday
looked today. Yesterday I was
when
just
she
guessing.
corrected me and I said, "Oh, okay."
Well, you had 2 6s in this month. That's all right.
It's all right. They blur. It's just like one big number. It's just blur
It's
together.
one and then
Oh, you
it's
look
the-
green and purple.
I think it's my old shirt. I've been working in.
What have you done today? Have I asked you that yet?
I know, but I ain't done nothing. We're going to work tomorrow. I didn't want to be too tired.
What are we doing?
We're going to move some furniture and stuff, I think.
I mean, yay.
Yay.
Say good night, Mama. I've got to go to bed. I've got to move furniture.
Just mention words make you
Is
have to go.
it furniture on wheels, Mama?
No, that's a
No.
bad part. If it's on wheels, I've done moved.
I started to say, I wasn't foolish me. If it was on wheels, it would be rolled around.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mama, we'll move furniture.
A little. We might not get much done, but we're going to start on the room out there a little.
Y'all heard it here.
A little.
We may see you tomorrow for brunch. We may see you early in the morning. Who knows when we'll see y'all? Lord willing, we will see you tomorrow, and we will cook or eat or talk or do something.
A sandwich or something.
Yeah, we love sandwiches. So. Say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama. God bless you. So have a wonderful, wonderful night.
Y'all have a blessed one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.